Colleagues, today I rise in recognition of the 249th anniversary of the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. We stand together to commemorate one of the most significant moments in the history of our nation, the birth of our republic on the 4th of July, 1776. On this day, our founders declared that all men, and now we know all people, are created equal, and that they are endowed with certain unalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. As we reflect on that bold declaration, we must remember that it was not just a declaration of independence from a foreign empire. It was also a declaration of conviction that the values of democracy, equality, justice could be lived out in a land that had never before seen such a vision. It was a call to build a nation where the voices of the people could determine the course of their own future. But colleagues, as we celebrate this extraordinary vision, we must also acknowledge the challenges we face today in safeguarding and strengthening our democracy. For while we may have come a long way since 1776, the journey is far from complete. In the past few years, we've seen the very foundations of our democracy tested. Our electoral processes, our institutions, and the trust between citizens and government are under siege in ways that are deeply troubling. From the spread of misinformation to attacks on the very idea of fair elections to rising division and polarization, we are reminded that democracy is not something that is simply won once and for all. It is something that must be actively protected, nurtured, and defended every day. As we stand here today, we face a choice. We can choose to give in to the forces that seek to divide us. We can succumb to cynicism and despair, believing that our own differences are just simply too great and our challenges are just too overwhelming. Or we can choose to embrace the spirit of July 4th, not just as a celebration of past victories, but as a call to action for the future. I believe that our democracy is worth fighting for. I believe in the promise that we are a nation where our every single voice matters, where each citizen has the power to shape their future, and where justice is not just an ideal, but it is a lived reality for all. But to honor that promise, we must confront the realities of our time with the courage and with renewed conviction. We must recommit ourselves to the value of liberty, equality, and justice, values that have always been the guiding light of this nation. Even when we have faltered, we must reject the forces of hate, fear, and division, and instead choose unity over this kind of division. In the spirit of July 4th, let us also remember that freedom is not simply the absence of tyranny. It is the active pursuit of justice, opportunity, and dignity for all. True independence comes not from political freedom, but from a society where all people, regardless of their background, their beliefs, or their circumstances, have the chance to thrive. This day is a reminder that the work of democracy is never finished. It is up to us to continue that work, to safeguard the rights we cherish, and to ensure that the promises of our founding fathers are lived out in the lives of every American. So as we raise our flags on July 4th and celebrate the beauty of this nation, let us also renew our commitment to building a more perfect union. Let us be inspired not by the history of our past, but by the future we have yet to create. And let us work together across the aisles, across the state, in every community to ensure that the American experiment is not only preserved, but strengthened for generations to come. And with that, I'm asking all of you to support this resolution so that we can work together to help realize the vision set forth in the Declaration of Independence, the anniversary we celebrate on the 4th. Thank you.